Good afternoon, my lovely YouTube type people. This is Colton. Today is day 49, and we're gonna get a good run in today. It's mid-afternoon. It's pretty warm out today, and today I'm gonna talk about the scariest experience of my life. Not to give anything away, but it's an experience to me seemed like a near-death one, and it's a cool story to share. It was definitely scary at the time, so I'm gonna take off. I'll get back with you in a second, and I'll see you then. Alright guys, we made it to the end. Today I was gonna talk about the scariest moment of my life. I'm still gonna talk about it. About a year ago, almost a year ago, and I've kind of mentioned this before, I was in a head-on car accident about 40 yards from my mailbox. And you know what? Here, I'll just show you. Okay, so right now we're at my driveway. This is the road I live on. And the mailbox is right here. My accident was right about there. So now that you have that perspective. So what happened was, it was a Thursday morning. It was a sunny day. I had a college math class. I believe the class started at 9 a.m. It's about a 15-minute drive. I was leaving here about 8:40. And I pulled out of my driveway with my books in my passenger seat. And as I pulled out, I cut the turn really tight, really kind of sped out of the driveway. So all of the books in my passenger seat fell to the floor. And not really thinking about it because I didn't see any cars coming either way on the road, I reached down to grab the books, thinking that I was on my side of the road, just grabbing the books. When I looked up, I had about a half a second before I hit the car head on. I was reaching for the books, looked back. My hand was right about here, coming up from looking at the books, and I looked this way. And I was in the other lane. I was completely on the other side of the road, or mostly, sorry about the cars, mostly on the other side of the road. I hit the car head on and was kind of in shock. Really quickly, I unbuckled my seatbelt. I got out of the car. I walked to the back, and I was really in shock. There were people there right away. A guy started directing traffic. Another lady was helping the other guy. He couldn't get out of his car. And another guy walked up, and out of nowhere, he was just asking me if I was okay. He didn't really do anything. He was really calm. He's like, "What happened? Are you all right?" I'm like, "I'm all right." He's like, "What were you doing?" "I don't know." And then he kind of walked away. He's like, I hope you're all right, and hope the other guy will be okay." And he walked away. And it was really interesting to me that that guy out of nowhere just like walked up and then walked away, and I have no idea who he is or who the lady that ran up and asked if I was okay was, and then I started helping the other guy, or who the guy directing traffic. I've never seen or been able to thank any of them, but they really helped me. So the ambulance came, the police came, they shut the road down, and they gave me a neck brace, they put me on a stretcher. I told them I was fine, and they asked if I could unbutton my shirt. I had a button-up shirt. I unbuttoned it, took it off. Initially I tried to call 911. My hand was shaking really bad. I couldn't do it. I dropped my phone. But they were all there. I got in the ambulance, and the neck brace, I had the worst headache of my life. I got to the hospital. My whole family shows up. I still got this neck brace on, and they take me in for an MRI, I believe, or bunch of x-rays, bunch of x-rays, and then an MRI, and I fractured my collarbone. It was almost fully broken all the way through, but it was just a fracture, and I happened to sprain my right wrist. And with the fracture, I was out for probably 4 weeks without moving my arm. I wasn't able to move it at all, basically. So I found it really interesting that right after the accident, I was able to unbutton my shirt, take it off, open my car door, all that stuff, just out of shock and adrenaline. And the sprained right wrist I had, when I said that I had my hand up like this, when I finally saw the car, when I hit, the seatbelt was right here. That's what fractured my collarbone. My hand hit the dash where the air conditioning comes out and shoved the vent all the way back into the dash, probably 6-7 inches. And I had a cut on my hand that was a square from what the dash looked like. And that's how I sprained my wrist. But it was scary. I saw the guy's face right before we hit. I remember looking at his face, and it was just fear. It was scary. It was a moment that I'll never forget, because to this day, I get anxiety riding with people in cars. To this day, if I look away for a second, look back, and feel even like an inch of drifting, my heart just stops. And it was the scariest moment of my life. Since then, I've gotten a nicer, newer car. I've gotten full mobility in my wrists. My collarbone barely ever bothers me, and I found it easier to ride in other cars with people. But it's just something that'll stay with me, something that I'm going to remember forever. So I thank you guys for watching today. I know this story was long, but it's a big part of my life recently, within the past couple years, and it's a big part of what has made me into who I am today, living every day like I could have died then, and not just died in a car accident, but 40 yards from where I've lived my whole life. It makes me want to push harder to be better now, so that I can control my own fate to an extent. So today's run went really well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave comments down below of your scariest moments, if you've ever been in car accidents, if you've ever had any other near-death experiences, whether it be a surgery or shooting or, I don't know, robbery, or even more boring than that, just something happened. Just let me know, and then like and share it everywhere like you always do. Subscribe to see me tomorrow. Today's been day 49, tomorrow's day 50, and we're halfway to 100. Yesterday I weighed in at 220.3. I believe that is a low point, so I wouldn't say that I've lost 30 pounds. I'd be a little hesitant to, but the scale says I have, so that's what I'm going to let you guys in on. And I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.